Well, Michigan Celebrates, along with the Edward Lowe Foundation, are proud to present the Michigan 50 Companies to Watch Awards. Since 2005, the Michigan 50 program has honored 300 second-stage businesses. And this year we unveil 50 more as the class of 2011. That makes them 350 strong. I'd like to introduce to you Penny Lewandowski. She is the Director of Entrepreneurship Development at the Edward Lowe Foundation. And she will have the great honor of telling you more about the 2011 class of Michigan's 50 Companies to Watch. Penny?
Thanks, Chris. So, what got you here won't get you there. What do you think about that? What got you here won't get you there. It's a phrase that's been going through my head a lot these days. And actually, it's more than a phrase. It's the title of a best-selling book by business author and executive coach Marshall Goldsmith. And in his book, Goldsmith talks about the traits of leaders and our resistance to change. Or more appropriately, he talks about our failure to recognize that we even need to change. I mean, after all, we're pretty successful, right? I mean, if we weren't, I don't think we'd be here tonight. So why change anything if it's working for us? Well, apparently it's not quite that easy. And he goes on to say that despite the level of achievement that we've had, to get to that next level, we're going to have to get even better. And he says that it's his purpose to help us consider the possibility that despite our demonstrable success and laudable self-esteem, that maybe we're just not quite as good as we think we are. Not exactly a fun thing to consider, is it? At least it wasn't for me. But in my gut, I knew that he was right. And so I started taking this uncomfortable journey to pinpoint some of the traits that I knew I needed to change. And then to start to take the steps to get from here to there. You know, getting rid of those things that, yeah, had served me well in the past, but probably weren't going to take me into my next stage of growth. And it wasn't long before I realized that this whole what got you here won't get you there way of thinking really did work. And as I thought about what I wanted to say tonight, I absolutely knew that this was the message that I wanted to convey. Because it is so appropriate for second stage businesses. I mean, every one of our awardees here tonight knows what it feels like to move from those startup days to a time that's focused on sustainable growth. And they knew that what got them through that first stage of development simply was not going to be enough to take the business to the next level. So they had to get uncomfortable and ask the hard questions and get the honest feedback and then start taking those action steps towards change. I mean, it's this what got you here won't get you there way of thinking that, at least in my opinion, makes good companies really great companies. I mean, these are the companies that simply won't stand for the, you know, why change anything if it's working philosophy of life. And you know, as I started looking at some of the applications of the company, I started to realize that this what got you here won't get you there way of thinking can really come from a lot of different directions. I mean, for example, sometimes getting from here to there comes from diversification, from widening the field, like when Great Lakes Stainless went from a 100% food services company to producing products for airports and hospitals and schools, or when the guys from Cops and Donuts decided to create their own line of coffee while operating a 114-year-old bakery. And then there's United Business Technologies, refocused all of their efforts away from the automotive sector to become a full-service government contractor. And TriPac, they started out with a contract for gun lubricant and then diversified into products like hummingbird food and tiki torch fuel. Now, that's what I call widening the field, man. And you know, to get from here to there, you got to start somewhere. So it was a garage for Alto Precision. It was a spare bedroom for Livio Radio, the basement for Leon Speakers, the Ann Arbor Spark incubator for Hygieia. University of Michigan was the source of technology for biophonic solutions in SACTI3, and then it was 2 employees from Pfizer that said, no, I don't think we'll take those jobs out of East, thank you very much. We'll stay here and we'll start innovative analytics. And then you need to expand. It's a 70,000 square foot facility for action fabricators, a building that doubled the size of Message Maker's studio space, and an expansion that tripled the size of Maximum Molding. And then sometimes to get from here to there, it comes from something kind of wild and crazy. Like when the folks from Cantor-Wasik realized that, maybe their product wasn't exactly for the meek and mild, and so they set out to find the wild and crazy. Well, at least those are my words, not their words, so I don't want everybody leaving here tonight thinking that Cantor-Wasik says all their clients are crazy, but they knew that they needed to find a different audience, and that audience started to come in droves. And then there's Schwartz Brewery and all their fun and innovative beers like the PBJ and Key Lime Pie and Bloody Mary and Black Licorice Lager, and then, yeah. And then don't even get me started. I'm not even really sure I want to know what's behind the marshmallows, the use of a 6-foot lobster, and something about dental floss that has to do with the fun and the craziness that happens at Marketplace Homes. So sometimes it comes from something wild and crazy. And then there are other times that it comes from something uncomfortable. Bayview Foods' largest customer cut their contract volumes and prices, but man, they didn't hesitate. Instead, they took a risk and they created a new subsidiary, Mr. Chips, and made it successful. And then the folks from Image One, they were affected by the downturn, and they decided to use that opportunity to restructure. And so instead of laying off, they ended up hiring. So yeah, getting from here to there can come from a lot of different places, but geez, it has served you guys incredibly well. From 2007 to 2010, your companies generated $892 million in revenue and added 633 employees. That's a 66% increase in revenue and a 67% increase in jobs. And it gets even better. So expect that growth to continue this year with a 48% increase in revenue and a 33% increase in employees. So if your projections hold, and if you're kind of following the math here, you will have generated $1.3 billion in revenue and added 1,161 employees over the last 5 years. And listen to these percentages. That's a 146% increase in revenue and 122% increase in jobs since 2007. Michigan companies absolutely know what it takes to get from here to there. So at the end of my remarks, I usually like to end with something kind of philosophical. I usually try to find some kind of a quote that, you'll think about, take back to the office. And so I was looking around for just the right quote on getting from here to there. And I found something from a business author that I'm sure you guys really turn to for all of your advice. Dr. Seuss. And this is from his great business writing of One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, and here's what he says about getting from here to there. From there to here, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. Just really gets you, doesn't it? It's just, you want to go home, needle pointed on a pillow. So it is our wish that your journey in getting from here to there is filled with meaning and prosperity and hope and excitement. And that during this journey, that your sense of humor will help you keep finding funny things everywhere. Thank you. Turn the mic back on, thank you. Now I'm going to ask you to turn your attention to the videos, and we're going to see how some of our companies are growing up from Michigan.
be a successful entrepreneur, you just have to not think about the task at hand and go about and just do whatever it takes to make it happen.
You got to take the chance. When we took the idea to the 9 guys, we said we got to try it. We may not make it, we may fail, but you've got to take the chance.
What does it take to be a successful entrepreneur? I would say a willingness to mutilate yourself, but really just fortitude, commitment, strength, passion, belief. It's not a straight road. Clients don't always just come steadily banging on the doors, and being able to weather those times where there are moments of self-doubt, but just keep plowing ahead. And I think that that's been a lot of our success. We're really more like 2 oxen than 2 entrepreneurs.
We are more, yeah, I would say we are more Clydesdale.
I guess to be successful, there's always a little bit of luck involved in that, but it's also paying attention and listening, taking the counsel of others. Like somebody said to me, hire people to do what you do better than you do it.
The single biggest thing is the burning desire. Second thing is, I think, that you want to add value, anything you do.
I think you just have to be willing to do whatever it takes when you know that if you don't do it, no one else will.
That's the entrepreneur side, where you have to decide. You really have to have the guts and trust and faith in yourself, and you have to be willing to fail, or you're willing to take that risk.
Well, innovation is what we do here. I think that someone's going to put us out of business, and I just hope it's us that puts ourselves out of business with new products.
We have to be innovative in the way that we find talent, the way we message ourselves, our own PR, and our own materials.
We've always sort of kept ourselves at the I call it the bleeding edge of technology.
Innovation in brewing is one of our big things. We really push the boundaries every time.
Innovation is very important in a sense. That gives us a platform for the growth.
We went in this with a plan of having 1 full-time employee and 6 part-time employees. And in just a matter of a couple weeks, after hitting the Associated Press and worldwide news, we are up to 20 employees. We also have our Cops Coffee line going. We're using Paramount Coffee in Lansing, Michigan. We're trying to bring as many jobs to Michigan as we can.
I started the business in 2008 out of my guest bedroom right down the street. Before then, I was working for Delphi as a product manager for XM Satellite Radio. And when the XM and Sirius merger was announced, we kind of saw the writing on the wall and decided to start a company instead of going off and getting another job. A lot of people have mentioned that what I'm doing is inspirational to what they're doing, because I've been able to succeed. Even if the business doesn't succeed, I succeeded with my startup, I succeeded with my product, and I didn't start off with $2 million or $5 million in cash. I started up like true bootstrapping style.
We quit high-paying jobs that were pretty secure about 4.5 years ago on essentially a creative whim, because we just had an idea that we could do what we do a lot better on our own. Michigan was so ready for fresh thinking and good creative and people that really had a passion for doing amazing work. And our story of growth has been really outstanding.
We've found that this niche of specialty coffee has been really beneficial, not necessarily because it's a specialty coffee niche, but more because we have a mission behind our company. Our customers know that we're working for the better of the environment as well as the betterment of the growers that we're working with. So that has really spurred a lot of our growth and has also created a lot of brand awareness and brand loyalty.
We've been very fortunate. Hopefully it's because we work hard too, but for 26 years we have continued growth. Every year our gross sales and our profitability has increased to right today, still having the best year that we've ever had in the company. And in the last 3 years the growth's accelerated quite a bit.
We opened a pub to begin with, and we started adding distribution. After a couple of years, it was pretty evident that we couldn't make enough product in our current facility. with the economy the way it was, there was some great buildings available. So we actually managed to pick up the building we're in right now in Elk Rapids, and we tripled capacity that year. As it turned out, we actually ended up filling out the capacity within the year. So now we did another expansion where we increased it by about another 40%. Again, by the time we were done, it was too late. We had already filled that up. So now we just actually, recently with the help of an SBA loan, we just actually managed to triple capacity again.
So what a great introduction to the companies that you're going to be meeting here in just a minute. And to help me make that introduction, I would like to present the 4th Annual Impact Award winner. So let me tell you a little bit about this award. So it's presented to a past Michigan 50 winner who not only runs an incredible company, but also really stays involved in what we call our alumni network. And so these are the folks that make sure that this event is not what I sometimes call a one-hit wonder. You know, how you come and it's such a great night and you get really excited and then you get back home and you kind of forget about it. And so it's folks like this gentleman that you're going to meet that keep this event living on 365 days a year. So he has contributed his time and his energy and his influence and his excitement. He's been to every gala that we've had, so obviously he likes to party. He is very active in the Ultra group, which is his peer group that is formed from past Companies to Watch winners. He comes to the retreats at the foundation. He encourages other alumni to do the same. And then when we needed an entrepreneur to be on a panel that we were having, and we called him, and he said, yeah, I'll do that. So this is somebody that you can really count on. So I'd ask you to please join me in welcoming this year's winner of the Michigan 50 Companies to Watch Impact Award, Larry Kooiker, President and owner of Agritech Industries.
Thank you, Penny. It's an honor to be selected for this Impact Award. It's an even greater honor to represent the fellow alumni of the newest class to Michigan 50 companies. This award is like no other. I encourage each one of you to make the most of it. It will make a difference in your approach to your business. Now let's make it official. I hereby welcome you, the leaders and employees of 50 incredible second stage businesses, as our 2011 class of Michigan 50 Companies to Watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present the Michigan 50 Companies to Watch Class of 2011. They are, in alphabetical order, Action Fabricators, Inc., John Rudolph, President and CEO. Alto Precision, Inc., Dave Owen, owner and president. Applied Imaging, John Lowry, president. Bayview Food Products Company, you know them as Mr. Chips, Inc., Jay Janicki, vice president of sales. Biophotonic Solutions, Inc., Marcos Dantas, President and CEO. BSNA Software, Tom Shore, President. Comfort Keepers, Leslie Knopp and Russ Knopp, co-owners. Computerized Facility Integration, LLC, Kathy Tig Bathers, CFO. Cops and Donuts Bakery, Greg Rainerson, cop and owner. Diversified Industrial Staffing, Todd Palmer, president. Drafts Corporation, Alan Julian, business development. Grand River Inc., Scott Robertson and Steve Thalman, partners. Great Lakes Stainless Steel Inc., Terry Burden, president and CEO. HESCO, Kevin Livingston, president. Hygiena Inc., Iran Bashan, CEO. Image One, Ron Dubé, president. Innovative Analytics, Jim Dancy, co-founder. Integrated Strategies Inc., Steve Treka, president and CEO. Intervention Insights, LLC, Jerry Callahan, CEO. Cantor Wasink, Dave Cantor, co-owner. Lance Manufacturing Inc., Mark Masadik, president. Lakeshore Cutting Solutions, Justin Ayers, owner, president. Leon Speakers Inc., Noah Kaplan, president and co-founder. Livio Radio, Nicole Yelland, brand manager. Mac Update, Joel Mueller, founder. Marketplace Homes, Mike Callis, managing partner. Maximum Mold, David LeGros, president. Message Makers, Terry, president. MFP Incorporated, Dave Grimm, president. Mutually Human Software, John Huang, president and CEO. My Insurance Expert, Lauren Zaliston, CEO. New Age Landmark Inc., Scott D. Wall, president. Novo Motor Acoustic Systems, Roman Lopez, director of engineering. Lascon Group, David Peterson, CEO. Reloom Technologies Inc., Crawford Lipsey, CEO. Running Fit Inc., Randy Stepp, president. SAC T3, Anne-Marie Sastry, CEO. Shelving Inc., Joe Shadowski, president and CEO. Shorts Brewing Company, Scott Newman Bale and Leah Short, partners. SRT Solutions, Diane Marsh and Bill Wagner, co-founders. Transloom Inc., Philippe Bedeau, president. Transfarm Preclinical Solutions, Daniel Ross, president and CEO. TriPack Inc., Vikram Shah, president. TriStar Molding Inc., David McMorrow, co-owner. Underground Printing, Ryan Gregg and Rishi Narayan, co-owners. Unified Business Technologies, Inc., Michelle D'Souza, CEO. Wellco, Scott Foster, President. Exced Group, Inc., Roy Shaner, President and CEO. Your Area Code, William Whitmire III, President and CEO. And unable to be with us tonight, Higher Browns Trading Company. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2011 class of Michigan 50 Companies to Watch.
Congratulations. Congratulations, class. Okay, your moment's over, off the stage. These are the people creating jobs and revenue.